Bitcoin. Oh, we got some stuff today, guys. We got some stuff today. The Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets are going to flip if Bitcoin can flip these key levels. I want to discuss those charts with you today. We also have some really big altcoin news, Solana news, SUI news, other stuff, plus really, really big Bitcoin news out of the USA with Bitcoin options coming out soon. I'm gonna break down what this means for you in today's video. So let's get straight into it. So first and foremost, we gotta share this with you. Standard Chartered Bank, Bitcoin hit $200,000 no matter who wins the 2024 US election. Great, great. I love it. Look, I know that a lot of people have been triggered by, me saying positive things about Trump and the things he's been doing with crypto. I get it. Crypto, politics is complicated, guys. I don't care who you vote for. I'm not trying to tell anybody to vote for anybody. It's just interesting to see how big of a political issue crypto has become. And you have one candidate who's definitely at least playing the game more. Whether or not we see that person deliver on real policy later remains to be seen. Anyway, besides the point, Standard Chartered is probably right. It doesn't matter. The train's in motion. The rate cuts are here. The money supply is going up. The global liquidity index is going up. This is the shit that really matters when it comes to the price of our digital assets. And Bitcoin is heading to $200,000. Fingers crossed this cycle. So let's keep that train rolling, baby, regardless of whoever ends up being in political office. Now let's look at the Bitcoin charts here. Very interesting. Bitcoin rejected at the 200-day simple moving average. You can see that is right here, the light blue line on the chart. Rejected on the 19th, rejected on the 20th, hasn't made a run for it yet on the 21st at the time recording this video. The daily candles currently closing just above the Bitcoin bull market support band, closing just above that previous area of price resistance of 62K and closing above the key exponential moving averages, the 250 100-day EMAs. This is all very good. Now we need to crack over the 200-day simple moving average. This is a key bull bear line in the market, currently sitting at $64,000. When Bitcoin starts putting daily candles over 64K, nice. Now we're going to have seen a bit of a slowdown in momentum post-Fed rate cut pump. So now, of course, we want to see that momentum continue to build. It's okay to take a bit of a breather after the kind of week that we've had, but Bitcoin does need to keep stepping up the plate, keep grinding higher. 64K becomes a very, very critical level. You look back right throughout the history of Bitcoin, the 200-day simple moving average has always been a very critical line for us. Below that, markets are relatively bearish. Above that, we can see some real quick bullish moves coming into the market. So there's a very critical level for us to be taken as our next major level on the way up. Looking back down in case prices start to falter a little bit, this whole zone right here, 62K, all the key moving averages becomes very, very key levels of price support. So it brings us all the way down to 59,000 on the 200-day EMA, 61,000 for the 100-day EMA, and of course our 62K area more broadly. Right now, though, still above the bull market support band, which is encouraging, at least at the moment. Bitcoin also forming up a big fat W pattern, a double bottom pattern. Now, if you exclude the wicks here and focus just on the daily closes, you can see very, very nice symmetry here between these two bottoms. Now, if the W pattern plays out, and that, of course, requires a break here. Currently, again, seeing that as resistance, we have to break over 64K, and then we can see a bit of a run happen. So this is a big price target here, too. This is 54 to 64K. That's a lot of breadth. So that essentially could, if this breakout pattern works in our favor and does act as a good indicator, the target for this breakout pattern, again, confirmed only with a break of 64K, ideally with a bit of volume backing it up. The breakout target is $74,000, aka the highs from March and April. Interesting. Let's see how we go over the next few days here. Assume we don't get a rejection, start cruising back down and all that stuff, which would mess up that beautiful W we have going on right here, right now. CryptoCon sharing a nice chart here. saying it was October 2023 that broke 7 months of sideways Bitcoin price action. This entire year, Bitcoin's been following 2023, but 1 month ahead, which puts the huge breakout month at an odd time. This month, I've reserved my expectation, but price is starting to enter into the surge box. Once Bitcoin escapes to all-time highs, we'll see what kind of boom 6 months plus of sideways price action can bring. Yes, 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 bull vibes, dig it, dig it. Honey XBT saying price capitulation in, time capitulation in, new highs in Q4. Just wait, just wait. It's coming. It's coming, guys. Everything's lined up for us. Unless something breaks out there in the global economy or something unwinds or some giant credit crisis or bank failure or some crazy BS like that, then everything's probably going to be okay. And we have a lot of good tailwinds moving us into the market later this year. Mr. Crypto saying consolidation is not bad for markets. Gold, consolidate, ripped higher. S&P 500, consolidate, ripped higher. Bitcoin, been consolidating for a while. Logical conclusion here, it's going to rip higher. Ali here coming in with a bit of calming sanity, I suppose, bit of pot stirring, let's say, until we break through these key levels that we're looking at right now. We could just be looking at a lower high situation. That's the threat right now. We all get excited at the new lower high, the lower peak, right? We need to see Bitcoin overcoming the previous peaks to start really saying, yes, downtrend definitively broken. We got a lot lining up. Got to take out that 200-day. That W pattern could, of course, be working in our favor here too. So very interesting. Guys, if you're not a trader, by the way, real quick shout out. If you're a trader, go check out Bybit. Best damn place to be trading your freaking crypto coins, man. Look, if you want to trade on leverage, they got you covered. You want to do earn stuff, they got you covered. Copy trade, they got you covered. Great altcoin markets. Plus, if you use the link down below to get signed up, then make $100 or more deposit, you're going to be eligible for two key things. One is a $500 free trade. So that's going to be a USDT denominated trade in Bitcoin or Ethereum or Pepe or something like that. A few other altcoins as well available for that particular offer. Plus, you'll get raffle tickets for their big prize giveaway. They're giving away funded trading accounts, F1 tickets, and all kinds of other cool stuff. So go check it out if you are a cryptocurrency trader. Thank you very much. Links down below. Okay, Bitcoin ETF options. This is big. Jeff Park saying he's ahead of Alpha Strategies or Bitwise. If they're one thing to read today, the game-changing nature of Bitcoin ETF options, read this. It's going to be wild in 2025. Okay, so let me read it here for you. Print's a bit small. With today's approval by the SEC to list and trade Bitcoin ETF options, I shared that we are on the verge of witnessing the most extraordinary upside volume in financial history. I felt this deserved a fuller explanation, so I want to highlight the few characteristics of Bitcoin, the nature of the regulated options markets, and the powerful combination of the two. Without exaggeration, this marks the most monumental advancement possible for crypto markets. Listen up, this is very interesting. For the first time, Bitcoin's notional value will be fractionally banked with ETF options. What do I mean by that? Well, Bitcoin's non-custodial capped supply is its greatest virtue. It has also been a drag, limiting its ability to create synthetic leverage. Despite Deribit's efforts, it never adequately solved the counterparty versus capital efficiency matrix for wider adoption, and CME futures options required too much active management. Now, for the first time, Bitcoin have a regulated market which the OCC protects clearing members from counterparty risk. This means Bitcoin's synthetic notional exposure can grow exponentially without the JTD risks that have kept investors at bay. In a liquidity-driven world, unlocking synthetic flows with leverage represents a greatest opportunity for Bitcoin ETFs, enhancing their financial utility compared to spot markets. Additionally, it's a bit long, guys, but it's really important because it's a massive, massive thing for Bitcoin going to 2025. We got the ETFs. Now we're getting options. This is just unlocking liquidity to a next level, and it's very important to understand. Stay with me for a second. We're almost there. Additionally, Bitcoin can now express duration as part of the leverage calculation for the first time. Retail traders embraced perpetuals to take on leverage, but these instruments are imperfect, more akin to a series of daily ODTE options that must be rolled over constantly. With Bitcoin options, investors can now make duration-based portfolio allocation bets, especially for long-term horizons. And there's a good chance that owning long-dated OTM calls as a Premium spend will give investors more bang for the buck than a fully collateralized position that could drop by 80% over the same period. People often compare Bitcoin to a call option due to its premium decay and occasional explosive upside. Now you can bet on volume to the upside with the same or less premium while capturing more delta over a longer time frame, an extremely compelling opportunity. That is the main points of it. There's more to it if you want to read that post. But these are the main points. Big things coming to the Bitcoin markets with these options. We also have BNY Mellon today, identifies the first bank to receive SEC exemption to be able to custody Bitcoin directly for their customers. Again, massive, absolutely massive news for the markets here. MicroStrategy as well, buying more Bitcoin to their $500 million today at around $61,000 per Bitcoin. They now hold 252,200 Bitcoin worth over $16 billion. MicroStrategy keeps buying. Michael Saylor's balls keep getting bigger with every Bitcoin purchased. He needs a wheelbarrow to get these things around now, man. Maybe even a dump truck or something put them in. I don't know. They're big, though. They're big. Global M2 supply hitting an all-time high. Historically, Bitcoin price follows. That's from Bitcoin Magazine. And yes, we've been talking about the global M2 supply versus Bitcoin for a long time. And it's true. Global M2 supply pumping. Bitcoin is going to follow at some point. When Bitcoin pumps, all of crypto is going to follow up behind it. Citrini here with the great mid-curve meme. The ape and the wizard saying rate cut, good economy, good stocks go up. The mid-curver, no, you have to think about how the market will perceive chances of recession. What does the Fed know that we don't? They're going to price rate cuts from the curve in 2025. Bonds will sell off. Massive policy mistake by the Fed. We're going lower. No! Rate cuts, good. Price go up. Quite simply. And of course, the banks never know, or the banks know, and they just gaslight us all the damn time. Wasteland Capital here pointing out JP Morgan 3 days ago, stocks won't do much for the next decade. JP Morgan today expect a face-ripping 15% rally from here. What is it, JP Morgan? They don't know. They don't know. They're about as good as YouTubers, aren't they? Jeez Louise. Big Solana news. Let's get into Solana. Let's get into the altcoin news, guys. I know we got a lot of stuff here to cover the Bitcoin and all the trading and stuff like that, but we got a bit of altcoin news here for you. Solana news. Coinbase announces plans to bring CBTC to Solana, aka more Bitcoin getting use cases. This time, very interestingly, Coinbase saying, you know what, you can use Coinbase Bitcoin on Solana, and we're going to back that. That is very, very interesting. One of the most popular exchanges in the world with one of the most popular blockchains in the world, bringing the most popular asset in the world on. You seeing this? That's going to bring a lot of liquidity on chain, baby. I dig it. Franklin Templeton, the $1.5 trillion asset manager that is like hardcore orange pill and way beyond orange pill, man. They're right down in the shitcoin trenches. They're going crazy, these guys. Anyway, they're planning to launch a mutual fund on Solana. That's according to their announcement at Solana Breakpoint this year. Franklin Templeton is a beast, and they have already brought different financial products over to, I think, Avalanche. So now we're seeing it coming to Solana as well. Fantastic news. Solana's independent validator client, Firedancer, which can process 1 million transactions per second, is live on testnet. I know what you think. Do we really need 1 million transactions per second? I mean, Solana recently came in at 5.4 million transactions in a day, which is the highest for any blockchain ever in history. But it's going to get even crazier because now with Firedancer, Solana is going to be able to do 60 million transactions per minute. Think about how crazy that is. Do the math for that across the day. We are going way crazy, man. We're talking about like Facebook, but built on Solana. This is what's going to become possible with this wild, wild scalability. Don't fade Solana, man. These guys are building some hardcore tech over here. I know the centralization stuff, whatever. Nobody cares. Number's going to go up, guys. Don't mid-curve it. I don't have any Solana, by the way. Perhaps I'm mid-curving it. Perhaps I just need to sell all my ETH and buy Solana. But I've got the ETH. Okay, we're holding the ETH. Come on, Vitalik. Don't make me regret having not sold this all for Solana. Anyway, next news, Citibank exploring Solana's potential, looking to utilize blockchain technology for seamless money transfers and advanced smart contracts in the future. Citibank, fourth biggest bank in the USA. Again, massive, massive news coming in here for Solana. All these kind of updates usually come out of these big conferences. Everybody waits for their big announcements and they have it up on a stage with like 100 people on the stage, but then they can report about it on social media. But anyway, pretty cool stuff. Nevertheless, that's all the Solana stuff. Aerodrome Finance, my bags, portfolio disclosures down below in the description here on YouTube. Pinned comment over on X. You can see what's my portfolio, what coins I hold. You can also, of course, see a risk statement there because investing in crypto is risky. You can lose all your money. Don't you ever forget it. It's very serious. Now, Aerodrome volume going supersonic. Fourth highest volume ever was achieved during Epoch 55, hitting $1.946 billion in volume. Crazy. Pools accumulating 94% of that. Total rewards for $3.3 million. That's crazy, man. Aerodrome continues to absolutely slay it. And SUI, final story for the day. SUI chain adoption is nowhere close to Solana, but the hope is very strong about potential flipping in the long term. But let's look at some data to get on-chain reality with such claims. Bridges are regularly processing $20 million per month, a lot lower than Solana's numbers, which are $144 million last month. Though when you consider the size of the market cap, it's kind of on par with where you'd want it to be. Anyway, socials, the leading application category on SUI right now, currently holding the most market share among all A1s with around 13.1 million transactions recorded for this month so far, a 5x increase from last month. We're seeing this blockchain take off in a very, very big way. So a lot of attention getting paid now to SUI in these markets. Still don't have a position, but definitely considering it as we see the market really start to at least create the narrative and price this in as, is it going to be a big Solana competitor sort of thing? SUI DeFi just hit $800 million total value locked, doubling from $350 million in August, which is crazy. Top 25 market caps, skyrocketing user mentions, mindshare, et cetera, et cetera. SUI Timber is ongoing. SUI Timber. All right, guys. Anyway, very cool stuff. Of course, we're talking about all this stuff and more every single week in our newsletter. If you want to start getting the newsletter to your inbox, then you should go check out the link down below in the description. It's a free newsletter. You can get signed up and start getting all kinds of great info straight to your inbox. Join 140,000 plus weekly readers, getting the latest on meme coins, altcoins, airdrops, all kinds of great stuff. Plus, you can learn about our Discord, check out our courses, and much more. Check it out, link down below. Thanks again for watching today, guys. You are all awesome, and I will see you back for the next one. Bye.